Gothic girl here again, and there's another one of these deadgum toxic ex stories. I'm trying to come up with some more besides that. It's gonna sound like a broken record, but I mean, all this didn't happen all at once. It was over a period of time. Let's see. Okay, so after this toxic ex, I swear I'm going to give him a name. I haven't found one that suits him just yet. The character that I'm talking about. But this is after he has slept with her friend / roommate and all of that, and they Harley and her toxic ex has started partying together, and just friends with benefits type of thing, because they just could not be in a relationship together, all of that. And they decide, okay, they're gonna go to a party together, and Harley does, she remembers what happened at the end of the night, but she doesn't remember whose house she went to. She doesn't remember whose party she was at. She just went with, I think her friend that / roommate, because they tried to be friends. Like Harley did. She loved this girl. She knew that she had trouble. And she had low self-esteem. She didn't understand why, but she did. She loved the girl, and she tried to hide, work through the pain and all of that. And but they were gonna go to this party together, and Harley didn't want any drama or anything like that, but she did want to try different things after it was just over between her and her toxic ex. She just didn't want to let go of that life. She didn't want to let go of him, and because she felt like they would eventually end up together, and she could put all that in the past, but she couldn't. She could not, and she would try to hurt him every time. But this time she really wasn't trying to hurt him or anything. But she was at this party, and he could talk to other girls, he could be around all kind of other girls, but Harley was not to do this. And I think she was just, drinking and laughing, cutting up, trying to have a good time and all that. Because, she saw her ex with all these surrounding girls trying to, get his number and talk to him and blah, blah, blah. And then there was this guy that asked her toxic ex about, do you know this girl? Talking about Harley. Do you know anything about her? And he was like, yeah, that's just my ex I've been with for about 4 or 5 years now. And of course the guy's like, are y'all together now? And of course the toxic ex says, no, we broke up, we hook up from time to time. I think that's what he said, I'm not sure. And Harley didn't know. She was not there to hook up with guys at all. She was just there to, pretty much be with her toxic ex and her friends, and to have fun and party and all that. She didn't care about none of that. But when you partied, you didn't go anywhere, because you stayed at the person's house, even if you didn't know them. But she ended up in this guy's bed. She had passed out. or like she didn't pass out, but like she was drunk and didn't really feel that great. And I think like her toxic ex, he did look out for her at that time. Like he did watch out for her, to make sure she didn't get in any trouble. Liam, please stop. I'm sorry, my son's not trying to, or just being awful today. Doesn't want me to do anything. Excuse me. But, like, he tried to look out for her, but, like, he had this jealousy streak. Like, he did not want her to be with someone else. Clearly. Did not want her to be with anybody else. And, I guess, like, they all passed out. Or, like, didn't pass out, but, like, they were going to bed. And, like, she still doesn't remember the guy's name that was laying next to her or anything. He did ask her to get in the bed with him. I do remember that. And she did do that. And, her toxic ex was just like, you know, being a little vulture. And then he crawled up in the bed next to her and started holding her hand and all of that. And of course Harley's like, please leave me the hell alone, I'm trying to go to sleep. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna leave you alone. And then like Harley, like she does not feel good at all. And I mean she didn't drink a lot. She didn't have to drink a lot to get drunk. But he decides, oh, let's go, you know, hook up somewhere. And she's like, are you fucking serious? Like, I don't want to do this right now. And so Harley's like, okay, well, let's go, you know, being such a freaking idiot. But, like, after he slept with her friend, they could hook up all the time. And, like, it didn't matter. It was just a hookup. It was not anything romantic. Like, all of that had died for Harley. Like, nothing was intact about that ever again. And also, you know, things that he did to her. I'm sorry, but was my son. But, like, moral of this story, if you have a toxic ex, or, like, if you are exes, and some can be friends, I understand, but some just cannot. Because you're going to end up, you know, hooking up and regretting that you did that. And because you're not going to end up together in the end. You're just not. Because there's so much pain. Like, you can't get past of that. If you keep continuously to hurt and hurt and hurt somebody. And that was both of them doing the same thing. Like, they were hurting each other. And they were young. But, I mean, he had done a lot to her. And she had not healed from that. But that didn't mean she didn't care about him. But she didn't want to be with him like that. And he didn't want to be with her like that. But they were going nowhere. But anyway, like, she would say that she wanted to be like with him, but she literally, she couldn't get back to the way they were. After they had broke up and after he had slept with her friend. But yeah, I wouldn't suggest partying with your exes. And I don't know. Harley doesn't do the partying life anymore. She doesn't even drink. She doesn't feel like she has to. She's devoted her life back to the Lord and has put all that to rest. But that's all of this story.